So a while back, I put a 179cc Storm Force snowblower engine on the Colman CC100x. And the bike actually ran pretty good. It ran faster than the Fremods Predator at top speed. I mean, it wasn't quicker from 0 to 30, but it actually ran pretty good. So this time around, I think I'm gonna throw a carburetor at it and see if it responds to modifications like a Predator does. So I have the NIBBI laying around here, 24mm, that I've had on quite a few engines. So I'm pretty sure in the last combo I had a 120 jet in this thing and a 35 Pilot. I've had it on so many engines, so many combos, I can't really remember. Pull this bowl off of here real quick. And if it's the 120 main, then I know it's 35 Pilot still. Let's see what we have here. Yep, it's a 120. So it's got the 35 Pilot and 120 main. So I'll try that on there, we'll see what happens. Hopefully a 120 is not too big for a 179cc, but we'll find out. Pull this carb off of here. I think the NIBBI will go on here pretty easy, we'll see. So the throttle cable is already set up for a slide carburetor. Pull this fuel line off of here. Pull this carb off of here. It kind of looks similar to a Predator carb, except for the choke setup. So we pull these studs out of here, and sometimes you can just loosen these with vice grips instead of butting two nuts together. Oh yeah, these are loose. Get this insulator off of here. So this NIBBI looks like she'll drop right on here. It's sitting here at an angle, so I'm gonna have to turn this intake manifold a little bit, loosen this thing up here. Alrighty, that looks about right. Tighten her up right there. Alright, got the NIBBI on there, so now I think the throttle will hook right back up. And I think I have the cable hooked up for the slide carb, so we'll see if that works. That was easy enough. Pop this air filter off here and see if we got full throttle. All right, that'll work. Throw a fuel line on here. So the NIBBI is on there. Got the fuel line hooked up, and I don't think it'll hit the muffler here. I got it zip tied. I still have the stock snowblower kill switch on here. So one of these days, I'll have to hook it up to the actual kill switch on the handlebar. So anyway, let's see if this thing will fire up, and then take it out for a ride, and we'll see if it'll beat the times that it did before stock. So last time around, stock, it did 6.23 0 to 30 and 44.13. This thing is quiet with that muffler on there. So we'll see if it actually gains performance. I'm not sure how restricted that muffler is. NIBBI on the snowblower engine. Alright, you can definitely tell it needs a pilot jet because it hesitates just a little bit. So it did 7.43, but I can't get on it all the way because of the pilot. You can definitely tell it needs to be jetted. I'll do a top speed and we'll see what it does. So I think I have to beat 44 miles an hour. Okay, so we did a top speed of 43.41 with the NIBBI. So it lost a little bit from 0 to 30 and top speed. So stock, I did 6.23 and then 44.13 top speed. And then with the NIBBI, did 7.43, and that's only because I couldn't get on it all the way because the pilot jet definitely needs to be rejetted. And then 43.41. So with more air and fuel in, you have to be able to get it out. So I'm gonna swap out that restrictive muffler for a header pipe. So I'm gonna throw this header pipe on there and I'll take it back out for a 0 to 30 and top speed, and we'll see if it makes a difference. Let's pull this muffler off of here. I'm sure the valve springs and stuff are weak in this thing too. I mean, it's not made to turn a lot of RPM. I don't know why, but it's kind of hot. Now check out the gasket. It's got like a shim gasket on there. So let's throw this header pipe on here. Cool. Header pipe bolts right up. Man, it's kind of close to the tire, but it'll work. Pull the plug out of this thing just to make sure we're not having a we're not in a rich condition with the carb on here. Make sure it's running good. Should actually change out the pilot jet. That would definitely help it from 0 to 30. But I think I'll just wait to do it if I swap the valve springs out. All right. Oh yeah, okay, it's brown. It's running pretty good. So that's with the 120 jet. Doesn't look too bad. So yeah, I think it's just limited by valve springs. So I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't have much more performance, even with the header pipe. We'll see. NIBBI and a header pipe on the snowblower engine. If I can get on it all the way, I think it definitely would beat it from 0 to 30. 7.55. So now I'll do a top speed and I'll see if I can beat 43.41. So it really didn't gain anything with the header pipe. So with the 24mm NIBBI, it did 7.43 0 to 30, and that's only because I couldn't get on it all the way with the jetting. And 43.41, then I added the header pipe, and the times were pretty much the same. I mean, slowed down a little bit, but I can't get on it all the way with the pilot jet that's in there. And then 43.93 top speed. So pretty much the top speeds are identical. So I know the jetting's off a little bit, but I think maybe it's valve springs. I mean, you can't rev it past a certain point. So what do you think the limiting factor is? Valve springs? I know the flywheel is not designed for a lot of RPMs, so definitely need to upgrade the flywheel. But for 49 bucks, definitely a good little engine. I mean, 44 miles per hour and in the 6-second range from 0 to 30, that's pretty much as fast as a Predator.